On Thursday night, when Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden angrily accused President Trump of a criminal family separation policy that had lost track of more than 500 migrant children at the U.S.-Mexico border, he was repeating an inaccurate and misleading news report that had circulated earlier this week. What happened? Their kids were ripped from their arms and separated, and now they cannot find over 500 sets of those parents, and those kids are alone, Biden said. Nowhere to go, nowhere to go. It's criminal. The former vice president was likely relying on a brief report from NPR about the latest development in a lawsuit between the ACLU and the Justice Department regarding the status of children who have still not been reunited with their parents after being brought across the border illegally. The report claims that the parents of 545 children still can't be found, but that's not quite right. The NPR report omitted a statement issued by Department of Homeland Security spokesperson Chase Jennings explaining that in fact the vast majority of these parents have been found but have refused reunification with their children, which is why the children are still in DHS custody. In the current litigation, for example, out of the parents of 485 children whom plaintiffs' counsel has been able to contact, they've yet to identify a single family that wants their child reunited with them in their country of origin, Jennings said. Why would these parents refuse to be reunited with their children? Because their children are in the United States, and they are in their country of origin, most likely Guatemala, Honduras, or El Salvador. They don't want their children to go back there, they want them in the United States. Many of these parents paid exorbitant amounts of money to get their children smuggled into the U.S., sometimes with adults posing as parents, sometimes unaccompanied and with a larger group of migrants. The whole point was to get their kids into the U.S. by any means necessary, even if it meant being separated. Indeed, that's often how unaccompanied minors show up on the border. Their parents pay smugglers, called Coyotes, to bring them across illegally, between the legal ports of entry, as part of an agreement with the cartel that controls a particular stretch of the border. Trump made an allusion to this Thursday night in his response to Biden, referencing coyotes and human smuggling by cartels. The term provoked an embarrassing display of outrage on Twitter from left-wing activists like Jamel Hill and David Hogg and many others who appeared to be completely ignorant of the term, indeed, wholly ignorant of the reality of human smuggling at the border, and thought Trump was using coyote as some kind of racial epithet for the parents. What these left-wing activists and former Vice President Biden have in common is an apparent belief that the border is a simple place and that family reunification a simple task.